You guys, so there's a trend going on, and I don't know why. Specifically, in this case, I'm going to be talking about the TrueFree B1. Yep, they're clip earphones, and the trend right now I'm saying is there's a lot of clip earphones coming out, and I don't seem to understand necessarily why almost everyone is doing this. Now, don't get me wrong, they're a definite improvement from open ear headphones, and for me, I never really was into the trend of open ear headphones. They were so bulky, especially the cases, and they never really felt comfortable, and it like they defeated the purpose. Like headphones are supposed to be immersive, and they weren't. To be fair, some people like it like that for eardrum health, and also just so you could be aware for your surroundings, but they were just so clunky, and anyways, so now instead of open ear headphones, these are somewhat still open ear, but they're clip ear headphones. So they're designed to be more comfortable and form-fitting to your ears, which, when it comes to comfort, I'll never complain about that. Personally, I think the two most important things when it comes to headphones is going to be the comfort and the sound quality, right? So if you can check one, okay, that's at least a start. These earphones have about 25 hours in total playtime, and that's about average. And I'd say that's the big difference between current clip ear headphones and like the old bulky open ear headphones is that, the old ones, like they were really bulky because they would at least be able to like add more battery in there, so you'd have like a longer battery life. But honestly, 25 hours, it's all right. Like if you're frugal with your earphone time consumption, then you'll be good. Like you'll be able to stretch it out the rest of the day. Like I'd rather have it more comfortable than just lose like a few hours of playtime than having a lot of hours playtime. That thing just be like a horrid and just uncomfortable to be lugging on your ears. One thing though, this thing is prone to fingerprints. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like one swipe of fingers with, like, you put even like a little bit of lotion on your hands, and this thing's gonna look like you just greased it up, and it's for presentation's sake, it's not really the best, right? Like the most ideal thing to have something that just looks like you just slobbered all over it, but it's just one of those things. Like I don't really want to be taken out in front of my friends if it's all like sticky looking and so that's just something to keep in mind, keep a lookout for. He's very, very prone to fingerprint, and when they're not really clinging to your fingerprints, they actually look good, right? So it's an in between thing where like they could look messy, but when they're not, they look great. It also connects via Bluetooth 5.4, which there's nothing I can complain about that. It's the most stable, it's the most advanced Bluetooth at the moment, at least for devices like this. The sound quality is the best part, of course, and for these headphones in particular, honestly, if the sound quality wasn't decent, at least it would be a complete letdown. But it's really good, right? It's one of those where like I do enjoy using for whatever I could be watching. One of my major issues with open ear or even sometimes clip ear headphones is sometimes they just sound like the audio sounds transparent, if that makes any sense. Like it just sounds like it's not loud enough, and there's no bass or any depth in it, so it just feels like it's like transmitting audio, but it's like the bare minimum, right? So once the audio at least comes across decent, is like a good enough bar to set for clip ear headphones. But then anything beyond that is just like extra points. So this, like, it has really good bass. Not only that, but it has really good audio quality. So when watching any video or anything, like I found the audio to be very accurate. Like it didn't seem as though like there were any high frequencies or any like bass levels that like were just beyond the headphones. So like it sounded really accurate, really good, and immersive as well, right? Which is something I think clip ear earphones struggle with in general, is just their immersiveness, right? Like, but at the same time, you have to remember that they don't really go in your ear or cover your ears like in ear headphones or overhead headphones. So it makes sense why sometimes they aren't that immersive, because they don't have like the ANC capability like the other two have. But some still manage to sound great, and I'll throw these in that category where, like, yeah, the audio quality is really good, and it sounds awesome, right? Like when using it. So it's one of those where I didn't get tired of using them. Now my major gripe, right, my thing with open ear headphones is just the overall look, and it's not just like these ones in particular, it's just all of them. Like I can't get over the hooped earring look, right? Like they definitely have come a long way from open ear headphones, where they just be like hovering over your ear, and you'd have to like hook them behind your whole ear, and like that was a weird look in itself for me. But I can't overlook just how they look like hoop earrings. You know, maybe it's just like it's a me thing. It's just not my style, right? Just don't I don't think they look good on me. But hey, to each his own, right? Like if you think they look pretty neat on you, then you know, go ahead. But it's just for me, like personally, I don't know, like the look, the form fitting, like it's very comfortable, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think the look is it for me. But then again, that's just my opinion, right? Like the look isn't for me, but everything else, like the sound quality, the form factor, even the audio quality in general, as a whole, is really good. I definitely recommend these headphones, but like in the big picture, the grand scheme of things, when it comes to clip ear headphones, I'm still not a believer, right? In general, just because of how they look. But hey, to each his own. But let me know what you think.